For those who don't know, we're here to educate you, obviously. This is a parody movie and a comedy movie because all parody is comedy in entertainment. It was written by Mel Brooks and credited writing to Evan Chandler and J. David Shapiro. Okay, we'll get to these two here in a minute. And it was directed, produced production company by Mel Brooks and Brooks Films, distributed by 20th Century Fox, released July 28th, 1993 with a box office profit of $52 million. So they had a budget of $20 million, they made $52 million.
Not bad.
Not bad at all. And it has a critical rating slightly low of 63% on the Jonometer. Now, I have to explain this every time. Jonometer, you take the three scores from Rotten Tomatoes, IMDb, and you mash them together, and it spits out a number. And 63% seems low for this movie.
Yeah, it really does. There's some serious cheeky humor in it, and a few adult-ish themes, I would argue. So maybe that was it, because it I don't know. It's kind of like we talked about Ace Ventura, how it was trying to sell itself as like this perfectly family-friendly movie. I think maybe some people got the idea that this was like, oh, the kids will love this, and I think for older kids it's fine, but there is allusions to like pornography and like some other sort of like adult themes, like I was saying. So I don't know. I feel like it's low, but I mean, I feel like it's a cult hit, and if you're a cult classic, you kind of have to be low, because that's what makes you outside of the zeitgeist, so to speak. So.
Well, we mentioned Blazing Saddles. We used Spaceball, excuse me. Mel Brooks is also known for Blazing Saddles and Young Frankenstein, and this one, I guess, isn't as good as those three, you could argue, because Young Frankenstein was hilarious. Yeah. Spaceballs, if you're a Star Wars fan, was absolutely hysterical, especially when you get Rick Moranis running around in the Darth Vader helmet,
And so even someone that hasn't seen it, like me, I've seen snippets of Star Wars, but I've never really watched it all the way through. Even for me, like it was still funny, just the delivery, the mannerisms, because everybody knows who Darth Vader is. Yes. I mean, even if you haven't seen it, like he's like synonymous with that. So you could still take away something from that. It's like, oh, he's a huge helmet. It's like, that's massive, Like,
yeah. And Rick Moranis is a national Canadian treasure.
Yeah, a worldwide treasure in my opinion. Yeah, dude's incredible.
And he's come out of retirement to do Spaceballs 2, the sequel. So it must be good if he's coming out of retirement. Excuse me, I lost my voice there. It must be good where he's coming out of retirement to do that movie,
Yeah, absolutely. He took a long hiatus. Had a death in his family and became a dad full time. It's pretty noble. He was considering he was white hot when he walked away. Like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, a trilogy, and Ghostbusters, and like just tons of other stuff I can't think of right now. Yeah, he was huge. So yes, it's cool to see him back, but it's totally understandable why he decided to bow out, when he did.
Mel Brooks had a story that Robin Hood was being written as a comedy movie by Evan Chandler and David Shapiro. Now, those two names come up in different worlds. It's astounding the kind of orbits that those two are in, okay? You've got Shapiro, the screenwriter who wrote Battlefield Earth.
Huh.
And even though half his script was laid on the writing room floor and he left the project, he did pick up the Razzies when the film won those awards, because Battlefield Earth was a terrible movie. It was an absolutely terrible movie. And even Chandler was infamous as a child actor, and he was the first person to accuse Michael Jackson.
Really? Yes. Holy cow. So that's noteworthy. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm reading this going, what the heck? But Mel Brooks came in, adjusted the script to parody the Robin Hood legend. Not just a Robin Hood story, but the whole legend. So his inspiration came from Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, which I think is the main parody sequence of this movie.
Yeah, absolutely.
But the 1938 adaptation of the Robin Hood story by Errol Flynn. So it's some of those camera shots are reminiscent of the 38 movie, because I've seen the 38 movie a couple of times.
Okay, yeah.
So Mel Brooks took the project on, got his production company behind it, went, went ham with it, and instantly he said, "I want Carrie Elwes."
Yeah.
Carrie Elwes would be a perfect Robin Hood. And why did he think that? The Princess Bride.
Yeah, yeah, I was about to say, that was an epic performance. Showed his range, and he could be funny, he could be witty, he could be, he could sell basically whatever character that you're throwing out there. So yeah, absolutely.
But Carrie Elwes thought somebody was pranking him and refused to answer Mel Brooks' calls at first because he thought somebody was pretending to be Mel Brooks trying to get a hold of him.
Oh, just messing with him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
especially with his agent saying, "Yeah, right, Mel Brooks, sure, okay, the funniest man in
sure.
Hollywood is calling me." Yeah, right. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
But interestingly enough, right, Princess Bride, back to back full circle, was directed by Rob Reiner, right?
Yeah.
His dad is Carl Reiner, who was Mel Brooks' writing partner.
Okay.
So there's a bit of a connection there.
Yeah.
You can see where the Princess Bride elements creep into this movie a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now that you know
Absolutely.
that. Amy Yazbek, who tragically did not do anything more after the 90s, big, which is a shame because she's awesome. She was not the first choice to play Maid Marian because of her age and her body type and her nationality.
Huh.
They wanted the typical British blonde bimbo, as they were referred to back then. Blonde hair, big breast, stupid. Basically, they wanted, and she said, "Screw that! Put on a fake accent, wore a wig, and stuffed a bra for the audition."
Wow, okay.
So she got the part, and then obviously, she ditched the wig and you know ditched the stuff into the bra and everything like that, but kept the accent. Strangely enough.
I just had the worst case of what's it called? Mandela effect. I could have swore that Maid Marian was Jenny. I could have swore it was the same person.
Oh, who played Jenny again?
Air.
Robin Wright Penn.
Yeah,
Robin Wright.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I don't know.
But yeah, no. So yeah, I looked it up. Yeah, Amy Yazbek. That's a shot right there. That's 10,000% her.
Yeah,
Totally.
she did a lot of good movies in the early '90s, and then kind of fell off the face of moviedom. I don't
Yeah.
remember her being in anything else after the Flintstones.
Oh, that's right. She was in that too. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, she could have played. I don't know. Maybe could have played uh, Jessica Rabbit or
Yeah.
something. She's got kind of like the complexion and the hair going. So possibly, yeah, yeah. There's a few people in the '90s that kind of just flickered in and flickered out, and some by poor decisions, other by just getting absorbed by Hollywood, the lifestyle, the partying, and the debauchery and all that. So
Well,
it sucks, man.